Welcome to Dolphin Dive Daily, your go-to spot for everything Miami Dolphins. If you bleed aqua and orange, hit that subscribe button and join the pod. The NFL world was thrown into utter chaos this morning as shocking news rippled across the sports universe. Mike McDaniel, the Miami Dolphins head coach, unexpectedly announced his resignation live during a press conference, leaving players, staff, and fans in absolute disbelief. Known for his meticulous strategies, calm demeanor, and deep connection to the team, McDaniel's decision seemed completely out of the blue. For years, he had been a figure of stability and progress for the Dolphins, guiding them through turbulent seasons with an innovative offensive mind and a reputation built on trust and hard work. His departure, abrupt and public, not only shakes the foundations of Miami's locker room, but also sends shockwaves through the NFL hierarchy, with executives and rival teams scrambling to understand the motives behind such an unprecedented move. The atmosphere in the press room was electric, with reporters desperately seeking answers, capturing the raw emotions on display as McDaniel calmly explained his decision. Insiders speculate that the announcement is tied to internal disagreements, personal considerations, or even a larger vision that he has yet to reveal, but the immediate impact is undeniable. The Dolphins now face a leadership vacuum at one of the most critical junctures in their season, with fans bracing for an uncertain future. Rumors began circulating within minutes of the announcement, as sources suggested that McDaniel's resignation might have been influenced by tensions with upper management, conflicting visions for the team's trajectory, and possibly frustrations over roster decisions that did not align with his strategic philosophy. Having built a reputation as a forward-thinking offensive coordinator before ascending to head coach, McDaniel was known for his meticulous game planning and his ability to adapt under pressure. The Dolphins' locker room, previously lauded for its cohesion and motivated culture, now faces questions about morale and leadership, as players grapple with the sudden absence of a coach who has been both a mentor and a tactical mastermind. Analysts are debating the ripple effects this decision could have on the team's performance in upcoming games, potential coaching replacements, and the broader NFL landscape. Social media exploded with speculation, fan theories, and heated debates, all attempting to decode the reasoning behind such a dramatic revelation. Conversations across sports networks, online forums, and insider podcasts are consumed by one central question. What truly prompted Mike McDaniel to step down so publicly, and what does this mean for the Dolphins' future? The ripple effect of this announcement is poised to dominate headlines for weeks, as every angle of the story is dissected for hidden motives and possible implications. Former colleagues and players have begun to share their reactions, with many expressing shock and admiration for McDaniel's courage to resign in such a transparent manner. Stories about his upbringing, coaching lineage from the famed Mike Shanahan tree, and years of dedication in the NFL, from his beginnings with the Denver Broncos in 2005 to his rise with Miami, have resurfaced, painting a picture of a man deeply committed to football but now willing to prioritize personal convictions over professional security. Analysts are highlighting the rarity of such a resignation, emphasizing that most head coaches who step down do so privately or after the season concludes, making McDaniel's live announcement a historic and unprecedented moment. The Dolphins organization is reportedly scrambling to maintain stability, contacting interim coaching candidates, and preparing crisis communication strategies to reassure fans, sponsors, and players alike. Meanwhile, speculation about McDaniel's next steps, whether a sabbatical, media role, or even another NFL opportunity, has become a central topic among sports insiders, fueling debates about the short and long-term consequences for both him and the Dolphins. The blend of shock, intrigue, and uncertainty is captivating audiences as everyone waits for the next development in what is already shaping up to be one of the most talked-about coaching exits in recent NFL history. Sources close to the Dolphins suggest that McDaniel's departure might stem from more than just professional disagreements. Whispers of internal discord, strategic clashes, and possibly personal priorities taking precedence over football have emerged. The coaching world, known for its intense scrutiny and constant pressure, is watching closely, with rival teams reportedly evaluating the potential opportunities created by such a sudden vacancy in Miami. McDaniel's coaching philosophy, blending innovation with adaptability, had earned him respect across the league, making his resignation a significant blow to the Dolphins' offensive ambitions. Fans are left in disbelief, flooding online platforms with expressions of shock, nostalgia for McDaniel's leadership, and questions about who can possibly fill the void. Sports commentators speculate that the ripple effect might influence draft strategies, player morale, and even future coaching hires, turning a single announcement into a multi-layered crisis scenario. Every interaction, press release, and insider rumor is now magnified under the microscope of national attention as the NFL community tries to piece together the puzzle behind this shocking resignation. Analysts are emphasizing that the full implications may not be immediately visible, and only time will reveal the depth of this decision's impact on Miami's season trajectory. Adding another layer to the speculation, insiders hint at possible behind-the-scenes negotiations, personal considerations, and perhaps an unseen conflict that culminated in McDaniel's public resignation. The timing of the announcement, in the middle of a critical season, raises eyebrows and fuels further discussion about potential tensions with the Dolphins' ownership or front office. Observers are dissecting every word of McDaniel's statement, every gesture during the press conference, searching for hidden meaning or subtle clues about his motivations. The impact on player psychology is being assessed by sports psychologists and team insiders alike, as the sudden departure of a beloved coach can have profound effects on performance, cohesion, and morale. Meanwhile, rival teams are watching closely, potentially adjusting their own strategies in response to the Dolphins' uncertainty. The broader NFL narrative is now intertwined with this shocking moment, as media outlets amplify the story with analysis, conjecture, and expert opinions. Every football discussion, from morning shows to late-night podcasts, revolves around the question of what this resignation signals for the future of Miami's franchise, making McDaniel's departure a story that will dominate headlines and water-cooler conversations alike for weeks to come. While the full ramifications of Mike McDaniel's resignation remain to be seen, one thing is clear: the NFL has been forever altered by this unprecedented move. Fans, analysts, and players alike are left grappling with the sudden reality of a Dolphins team without its guiding mind, the very architect of their offensive resurgence, now stepping away under circumstances shrouded in mystery. The timing, the method, and the context all contribute to a narrative ripe for analysis, speculation, and debate, as sports media relentlessly pursues every lead, insider, and reaction. Social media platforms continue to buzz with hot takes, memes, and impassioned debates, reflecting the collective shock and fascination of the football community. Historical parallels are drawn, coaching legacies are reconsidered, and the discussion of leadership, loyalty, and personal choice in professional sports has been reignited. The Dolphins organization faces a critical moment of decision-making, balancing immediate stability with long-term strategy, all while attempting to honor McDaniel's contributions and address the concerns of a disoriented fanbase. The narrative, complex and multifaceted, highlights both the human side of professional sports and the high-stakes drama inherent in NFL leadership, ensuring that McDaniel's resignation will be a reference point in league history for years to come. Speculation continues to dominate the conversation, with insiders suggesting that McDaniel's resignation might be the tip of an iceberg, hinting at unresolved tensions within the Dolphins' front office. Sources close to the organization report that disagreements over draft priorities, player acquisitions, and long-term offensive strategy may have created an environment where McDaniel felt his vision was compromised. Analysts point out that McDaniel, a disciple of the famed Mike Shanahan coaching tree, built his career on precision, adaptability, and innovation, making it unlikely that he would walk away without a significant reason. The ripple effects are already visible. Players are reportedly confused, assistant coaches are scrambling to adjust, and rival teams are evaluating how this sudden vulnerability in Miami could be exploited in upcoming matchups. Fans are equally divided, some expressing anger at the ownership for failing to retain a visionary coach, while others speculate that McDaniel may have personal reasons for stepping down, ranging from family considerations to burnout from the relentless pressures of NFL coaching. Across social media, sports forums, and podcasts, every angle is dissected. Journalists attempt to uncover hidden motives, Ex-players weigh in on potential replacements, and analysts project how the Dolphins' season trajectory might change in the wake of this shocking resignation, creating a frenzy of rumor, speculation, and intrigue that refuses to subside. Meanwhile, attention has shifted toward potential candidates to replace McDaniel, as the Dolphins' front office reportedly evaluates a combination of internal promotions and high-profile external options. Names of assistant coaches, college-level stars, and even former NFL coordinators have surfaced in rapid succession, each one generating debate among fans and analysts alike. The urgency to fill the head coach position is palpable, given the mid-season timing and the necessity to stabilize a roster still navigating a competitive schedule. Analysts highlight the challenge of finding someone who can maintain the culture McDaniel built while also addressing the immediate need for leadership and clarity in game planning. Speculation extends beyond strategy to personality fit, with discussions about which candidates can inspire, discipline, and adapt in a high-pressure environment. At the same time, whispers persist that McDaniel's resignation could have been prearranged with a future opportunity in mind, perhaps in a different league, a broadcasting role, or even a front office position elsewhere. This multifaceted narrative captivates the NFL community, as fans and insiders alike grapple with the uncertainty and drama surrounding Miami's sudden coaching vacuum, fueling endless discussion, debate, and anticipation of the next explosive development. Still with us? Then show some love. Hit that like button and let us know in the comments. What's your take on the Fins this week? The Dolphins players are reportedly experiencing a complex mix of emotions, from shock and confusion to admiration for their coach's courage in making such a public decision. Locker room sources indicate that McDaniel's leadership was deeply personal, emphasizing relationships, mentorship, and accountability, making the sudden absence all the more profound. Analysts speculate that this could have a direct impact on on-field performance, as players adjust not only to the loss of tactical guidance, but also to the psychological effects of a leadership void. Rumors suggest that veteran leaders within the team are stepping up informally, attempting to maintain cohesion and morale while awaiting official announcements from management. Meanwhile, discussions continue about how assistant coaches will redistribute responsibilities, with some insiders hinting at potential friction as power dynamics shift. Fans, in particular, are voicing intense reactions, ranging from outrage to nostalgic reflections on McDaniel's tenure, further highlighting the emotional resonance of the resignation. Social media platforms are saturated with trending hashtags, live debates, and speculation threads, reflecting the collective obsession with deciphering the underlying reasons for such a dramatic, mid-season coaching exit and projecting the long-term consequences for both the Dolphins and the NFL at large. Adding yet another layer of intrigue, industry insiders speculate that McDaniel's resignation could be symptomatic of larger, systemic issues within NFL organizations, where conflicts between coaching staff and management are often shrouded in secrecy. Analysts suggest that disagreements over strategic vision, player development priorities, or contract negotiations might have contributed to an environment where McDaniel felt compelled to act publicly. The media frenzy continues unabated, as every aspect of the resignation is analyzed, from the timing and tone to the potential personal motivations behind it. Fans are creating elaborate theories about potential secret disputes, unspoken threats, or even external opportunities luring McDaniel away, transforming a single resignation into a multi-dimensional narrative of intrigue and suspense. Rival teams are also watching closely, evaluating how this sudden instability might affect game outcomes and playoff trajectories, while commentators debate the broader implications for coaching practices and league dynamics. The intersection of personal choice, professional pressure, and strategic planning has captivated the sports world, with McDaniel's bold move serving as a catalyst for discussions about leadership, loyalty, and the human element in high-stakes professional football. Every rumor, theory, and insider comment continues to amplify the story, creating a cycle of speculation that shows no signs of slowing down. Amid the swirling speculation, attention has turned to the Dolphins' upcoming schedule and how the coaching vacancy might affect game preparation, strategy, and player morale. Analysts point out that mid-season leadership changes can drastically alter a team's performance, as players adjust to new play calling, motivational approaches, and organizational direction. Rumors suggest that interim coaching assignments are being considered internally, with senior assistants or coordinators potentially stepping into leadership roles temporarily while management conducts a wider search. Observers note that such transitions are rarely smooth, and even minor shifts in leadership style or tactical emphasis can have amplified consequences on performance, morale, and long-term planning. Meanwhile, fan reactions continue to intensify, with social media discussions blending outrage, nostalgia, speculation, and excitement over the possibilities of new leadership. Industry insiders and former NFL coaches are weighing in, offering commentary on the historical significance of McDaniel's resignation and projecting potential outcomes for the Dolphins season. The combination of uncertainty, dramatic timing, and high stakes ensures that every press conference, report, and rumor will be scrutinized for hints, implications, and potential developments, further solidifying the narrative as one of the most compelling and unpredictable stories in recent NFL history. That's a wrap for today's dive. If you're loving the content, share it with a fellow Dolphins fan, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss a splash. Fins up.